In this video, we are going to continue to apply those laws of exponents, but this time we're going to be using three different expressions that are a little bit smaller than the ones that we've been doing thus far. So the first one we have here is two terms in my expression, and I'm going to simplify, well, parentheses, no, exponents, no, just to keep track of them over here. Parentheses, no, exponents, no, multiplication and division. Here we are, multiplication and division, because this one right here is division. So I take that, and I know that when I divide, and I have the same bases, I can subtract those exponents. So I've got 9 minus 7, which of course gives me a to the second, plus 1 over a to the second. So if I wanted to take my my second term here and change this, I know that when it's in the denominator, or at the bottom, if I move it up to the top, that exponent becomes its opposite, which is, in this case, -2. So I've done all of this, so now I just need to look at my addition and subtraction, which is what I've got left here. So a lot of you, I know, saw these two exponents, knew that they were opposites, and thought that they should cancel each other out. But remember, that rule only applies to multiplication. So this answer, in its most simplified term, actually remains exactly the way it is. It's a to the second plus a to the negative second. Final answer. Next, we have another shorter term, expression to simplify. So let's start again with our order of operations. Parentheses. There's nothing to be done inside those parentheses. That's done. Exponents. We don't have any exponents that we need to share out. Multiplication and division. This we do have right here. I know that I'm multiplying -6 times negative BC cubed. So I've got a negative times a negative. That gives me a positive. And then 6 isn't going to change anything. There's actually technically a 1 there that we can't see. So it's plus 6BC cubed. Bring down the rest of my problem. I've got 15BC cubed minus 42. Okay, so here we've got 15BC. I know there was probably just a skip in my voice because it stopped recording on me, so I apologize for that if that happened. If not, and you didn't know about it, then no worries. So there's my BC cubed. Those are together in a box by themselves. And then I've got minus 42. That is a constant. It's not the same as those. So I've got 15 BC cubed plus 6 more, 15. So the last expression that we need to simplify is, again, a short one. We, of course, will start with our parentheses, per usual. There's nothing inside the parentheses that we need to deal with, so that's all set. Next is our exponents. We do have a couple of exponents that we have to deal with, here and here. So we actually will do these both, we can do them in one step because they are separate from each other. So let's see. We've got a power to the power, power to the power. So that means that these two exponents are going to be multiplied together. It's, of course, 5 times 3. And that gives us d to the 15th power. And then here, this exponent of 3 is going to go inside to both the number and the variable. So we know we've got 4 to the 3rd power and d to the 3rd power. Now that 4 to the 3rd power we do need to address. So 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 more. 10 times 4 is 40, 6 times 4 is 24. We add the two of those together and we get 64. And then d to the 3rd simply stays d to the 3rd. And then we bring down everything that we haven't brought down. Okay, so we can't forget that negative sign that's in the front. It didn't go away. So that's negative d to the 15th minus 20 minus 64d to the 3rd plus 8. Okay, our exponents are addressed. Now we're going to multiply and divide across the problem from left to right. There's actually no multiplication or division that we now need to address. That is done. So finally we're going to add and subtract in order from left to right. So basically what that means is that we will be combining like terms. So let's see what I've got here. I've got a negative d to the 15th. I don't see any other d to the 15ths existing. I've got a constant, negative 20 or minus 20. I've got another constant here with a positive 8. And then the last thing I have here is this, which I'm going to circle because it's the only d to the 3rd that we have. So I know that I can't combine this or this with anything because there's nothing similar, but I can combine my negative 20 plus 8. So the signs are different. Find the difference. So I've got 20 minus 8, which of course is 12. I keep the sign with a larger absolute value. That would be 20, so it's negative or minus, same thing. And now I need to bring down these last two things here. I do want to put them in order. Again, remember when we order them, they're both the same variable, so we can go in descending order. So that means the negative d to the 15th would be coming first, minus 64d to the 3rd minus 12. And that is our final answer.